So, by now, Will Wade suspended indefinitely by LSU. Statement came out shortly after 1 o'clock Central Time. It reads, recent media reports regarding Coach Will Wade are without question concerning to all of us. As such, we and university officials have taken deliberate and purposeful steps to fairly assess and adequately address this situation, as we have done since media reports first surfaced months ago. We are closely coordinating with the NCAA with every step. They have our full cooperation, and we will continue to report to them all facts and information on this matter. All of us at LSU share the obligation to protect the integrity of this institution. As such, we have suspended head coach Will Wade indefinitely until such time as we can ensure full compliance with the NCAA, as well as institutional policies and standards. Assistant coach Tony Benford will assume the duties of interim head coach. It's a joint statement by Joe Oliva and F. King Alexander. Let me take a deep breath on this one, y'all. Before I really get cranked up and going. In an era of questionable leadership at LSU, today is par for the course. In an era when at the end of 2015, you can't make up your mind on Les Miles, so you dangle them out there in the wind for a month, this is par for the course. In an era when you flirt with Jimbo Fisher and can't close the deal and go back to the coach that you were, reportedly going to fire, par for the course. In an era where you screw up the whole Florida Hurricane Matthew thing and have that ugly fiasco, par for the course. In an era where on Thanksgiving night you end up with reports that you've hired Tom Herman and then, less than 24 hours later you're rushing Ed Ogeron to a podium, par for the course. And it's not just in the athletic department, it's the university as a whole. And it crushes me because that's my alma mater. And I love LSU a lot. I love the university. It gave me so much. And it pains me to watch such a void in leadership in this university over and over and over again. By suspending Will Wade today, you are, in essence, admitting guilt. You are in the court, you are caving in the court of public opinion. When, as we stated yesterday, number one, there is no open NCAA investigation into LSU basketball. And number two, Will Wade is not on trial of the federal government. You have a Yahoo report of a taped phone conversation from 2 years ago that is without context or physical evidence. The part of the statement that drives me nuts more than anything in this suspension as we have done since media reports first surfaced months ago, we are closely coordinating with the NCAA with every step. Then why today are you suspending Will Wade if you have been closely coordinating with the NCAA for months? You are half pregnant. Make a decision. This isn't hard. It's not pleasant, but it's not hard. You walk down the hall and you say, Will, are you crashing this plane? And if the answer is yes, you have outs in the contract for that. And you let them drop and you make a decision. Otherwise, you say, you're our guy, we're supporting you. What's the harm in waiting until the NCAA investigation, the FBI investigation, that federal trial in April is finished and more information comes to light? What's changed today that you didn't know in October? The optics have never been good in this story, but you've ridden your guy all the way to this point, and now today you decide you're going to be half pregnant on it? You want to know what leadership looks like? Making a decision? Arizona. You know Sean Miller is on those same wiretaps talking about a $100,000 payment for DeAndre Ayton, who ended up at Arizona and now is the number one pick of the Phoenix Suns. You know what Sean Miller's doing today? He's coaching Arizona. Curtis Townsend, also on those wiretaps. Kansas assistant coach, talking about Zion Williamson. Bill Self, he's still coaching over at Kansas. Curtis Townsend, Mike Krzyzewski, Zion Williamson. Everybody's good. One of the players that Townsend was talking about on those wiretaps was Silvio De Sousa. Kansas is sitting him out this year. Who's still coaching? Bill Self. So LSU is going to go suspend Will Wade. What do you do with Javonte Smart? Now do you sit Javonte? Without proof of any improprieties, are you going to sit Javonte Smart? Without proof that he accepted any benefit or knew of any benefit coming? This is what you've opened the door to because you're sitting Will Wade. If he's guilty and he's admitted it to you, move on. If you're unsure, why suspend him until you have enough information? The fact of the matter is you're 30 games into this season. You're 30 games in. Ride it out. Go win a championship. You think anybody's forgotten about the Fab Five? Chris Webber, you think that timeout didn't really happen? Things that have been forfeited. Rick Pitino won a national championship. That's since been vacated. Anybody forget about that? Ride it out. Make your run. These players have been through enough. Are you kidding me? Do you know what happened at the beginning? Like, if you just stop for 1 second and conceptualize what those college students have had to deal with this year, going back to the September shooting death of Wade Sims, to persevere through that, to have the type of season they have is remarkable. In any sense, forget about the FBI and the NCAA and the whatever, wiretaps first. Just think about what those young people have done this year. It is on the floor a remarkable thing. Why mess that up now? Because you can't make a decision. LSU's administration caved today. They caved to people like Dan Wolken and Dick Vitale and Dana O'Neill and Dopes on Twitter. They caved today. And it's sad. I love the internet. Some of y'all find stuff like this. Dick Vitale tweeting about what an embarrassment it is with Will Wade coaching. He needed to be fired immediately. That's why I love the internet, man. One of y'all found this tweet. Dick Vitale from October 16th of 2017. Louisville's board did not let the FBI report play out, setting the program back for years. Hashtag Sleazegate. Dick Vitale, the same guy saying that Will Wade should be fired today, was defending Rick Pitino, saying, let the FBI play out. The absolute hypocrisy of the high and mighty in this sport. Oh, the hypocrisy of them all. But the great thing about the internet is you can't run from it. There's a record of every damn thing you tweet. We'll throw it back in your face, and I'm looking forward to doing that today. A lot. How soon can we get a free Will Wade billboard? I know LSU people are all big on billboards. Can we get a free Will Wade billboard somewhere?